She died alone. No family, no tears. No one even bothered to say goodbye. As the machines around her let out their final, cold beeps, Lin Yue thought only one thing. If I had another life, I would never beg for love again. She didn't know that fate was listening. The hospital room was silent. Lin Yue lay on the narrow bed, her body weak, her vision blurry. Tubes ran into her arms. Machines surrounded her, blinking mercilessly. This was how her life ended. In her past life, Lin Yue had been the real daughter of the Lin family, the true heiress who had been switched at birth. When she was finally found, she believed everything would change. She was wrong. The Lin family already had a daughter they loved. Lin Xiaoxue, elegant, gentle, perfect. Compared to her, Lin Yue was nothing more than a burden. She was asked to give up her college recommendation for the family's harmony. She was blamed when scandals appeared. She was silenced when her organs were taken under the excuse of medical necessity. And now, as her heartbeat slowed, no one came. Lin Yue stared at the ceiling, her lips curling into a faint, bitter smile. So this is the end? The machine screamed. Darkness swallowed her whole. Pain, sharp, sudden. Lin Yue gasped violently and sat upright. Air rushed into her lungs like she had been drowning. Her heart pounded. She looked around. This wasn't a hospital. It was a small, worn-down bedroom. Peeling paint. A wooden desk scarred with old knife marks. A cracked mirror hanging crookedly on the wall. Her hands were small, young, trembling. She rushed to the mirror. The reflection staring back was hers, but younger, 17 years old. Her eyes widened as her gaze fell on the calendar. 10 years ago. Lin Yue staggered back, her legs giving way as memories flooded her mind like a tidal wave. I came back? Her chest rose and fell rapidly. She wasn't dead. She was reborn. It didn't take long for Lin Yue to understand. This was the exact year her life had begun to fall apart. The year the Lin family would come searching for their lost daughter. In her past life she had cried when they found her. She had been nervous, grateful, desperate to be loved, and that desperation became her downfall. Lin Yue slowly clenched her fists. This time, she wouldn't repeat the same mistake. She sat on the edge of the bed and let out a long breath. Calm down, she whispered to herself. You already know how this story ends. Her gaze hardened. She remembered every betrayal, every lie, every smile that hid a knife. If fate had given her another chance, then she would rewrite everything. 2 days later, luxury cars stopped outside the small neighborhood. They didn't belong there. Neighbors peeked through windows as well-dressed people stepped out. At the front stood a dignified middle-aged couple. Behind them, a young girl in a white dress. Lin Xiaoxui. Even now she looked flawless. Lin Yue watched from a distance, her expression calm. In her past life, her heart had raced at this moment. Now, she felt nothing. The Lin family knocked on her door. When she opened it, her biological mother's eyes filled with tears. Yue, we finally found you. Lin Yue looked at them quietly, and then she smiled, a polite, distant smile. Please come in. Dinner was awkward. Questions came one after another. Her grades, her upbringing, her manners. Lin Yue answered calmly, never oversharing. Lin Jiaoxu suddenly stood up. Oh, she exclaimed softly. Tea spilled onto Lin Yue's sleeve. I'm so sorry, Zhao said, eyes red. I didn't mean to. Everyone rushed to comfort her. Lin Yue stood up slowly and wiped her sleeve. It's fine, she said evenly. I'm used to cleaning my own messes. The room went silent. For the first time, the Lin family felt something strange. This girl wasn't what they expected. That night, Lin Yue stood by the window, watching the city lights. In the guest room prepared for her, everything was expensive. But she knew better. This was not home. You want me to compete? She murmured. Fine. Her lips curved into a faint smile. I'll play the role you assigned me. But this time, she would control the ending. As Lin Yue turned away from the window, her phone buzzed. A message notification. Unknown number. Entrance examination arranged. Tomorrow. She stared at the screen. Then she laughed softly. Perfect. The game had begun. In her past life, she lost everything. In this life, she would lose nothing. Because legends are not born. They are reborn.